Overcoming life's challenges with faith. Life is full of challenges, moments when we feel overwhelmed, defeated, or unsure of what to do next. But the Bible reminds us time and again that with faith, no challenge is too great, no mountain too high, and no storm too fierce. Today we'll explore how biblical figures faced overwhelming obstacles and how their stories can inspire us to overcome the challenges in our own lives. From David standing fearless before Goliath to Paul persevering through trials, each story offers a lesson in trusting God's plan. Let's dive into these timeless truths. David versus Goliath, facing the giants in life. Our first story is one of the most iconic in the Bible, David and Goliath, found in 1 Samuel 17. Imagine this, a young shepherd boy, armed with nothing but a sling and 5 smooth stones, standing against a towering giant, Goliath, who had terrified an entire army. Goliath represents the challenges we face, be it fear, doubt, or overwhelming circumstances. David's secret weapon wasn't just his sling, it was his faith in God. He declared, "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." And with 1 stone, David struck Goliath down, proving that no challenge is insurmountable when we place our trust in God. In our modern struggles, we often face giants too. Financial difficulties, health crises, or broken relationships. David's story reminds us that faith equips us to face even the most daunting challenges. So, what's your Goliath today? And how can you trust God to bring you victory? The Israelites and the Red Sea, trusting God in impossible situations. Next, let's journey to the Red Sea, a moment of panic and fear for the Israelites. In Exodus 14, they found themselves trapped between Pharaoh's army and the waters of the Red Sea. The situation seemed impossible. But Moses told them, "Do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." God parted the waters, making a way where there was none. This miracle reminds us that even when we're cornered and see no way out, God can open paths we never imagined. Perhaps you're feeling stuck right now with no clear direction. Remember, God is a waymaker. Trust Him to lead you through. Paul's perseverance in trials, finding strength in faith. The Apostle Paul faced countless trials, imprisonments, beatings, shipwrecks, and more. Yet in Philippians 4:13, he confidently states, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Paul's unwavering faith reminds us that even in suffering, God's grace is sufficient. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12:9, he shares God's response to his prayers. "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Modern challenges like dealing with illness or loss often test our resilience. But Paul's example teaches us to rely on God's strength, not our own. In your weakest moments, remember, His power works through you. Job's faith amid suffering, holding on through the storm. Job's story is one of the greatest examples of faith during suffering. In the book of Job, we see a man who loses everything, his wealth, his health, and even his children. Yet Job declares, "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him." Job 13:15. Job's faith teaches us that even in life's darkest moments, we can trust God's sovereignty. He is always in control, and his plans, though mysterious, are ultimately for our good. When life feels unfair or unbearable, Job's story reminds us to cling to hope and trust in God's greater purpose. Jesus calms the storm, peace in turmoil. In Mark 4:35-41, Jesus and his disciples were caught in a fierce storm. The disciples, terrified, woke Jesus, saying, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Jesus rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." The storm immediately calmed. Then he asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" This story reminds us that Jesus is with us in every storm of life. When the waves of worry and fear threaten to overwhelm us, he is our peace. Call out to him and trust that he will bring calm to your chaos. Practical steps for overcoming challenges with faith. Faith isn't just about believing, it's about acting on that belief. Here are 3 practical steps for overcoming challenges with faith. Pray boldly. Philippians 4:6 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Stand on God's word. Meditate on verses like Isaiah 41:10. "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God." Surround yourself with support. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Seek encouragement from fellow believers. God's faithfulness never fails. Life's challenges are inevitable, but with faith, they are conquerable. Just as David triumphed over Goliath, the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, and Job endured unimaginable loss. You too can overcome your trials by trusting in God's plan. Remember, the same God who was faithful to them is faithful to you. He is your strength, your refuge, and your ever-present help in trouble. So face life's challenges with courage, knowing that with God, nothing is impossible. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more biblical inspiration. And may God bless you on your journey of faith.